All right, Roski, what's your ranking?
Before I give you my ranking, you can clip this, Chris,
Okay.
because I'm gonna mark my words. When the season's said and done, the Bills are gonna regret the fact that they did not make a trade at the trade deadline for a wide receiver. Trust me, this is Josh Allen's year. It should have been. Doesn't have Mahomes to go through anymore. The AFC's wide open. The Pats are probably their biggest threat. If they would have made a move for a top dog on a wide receiver, they would win it easily, I think, and they'd be the best team. But given that, I'm gonna go with the Texans first. Their defense keeps them in games. They just need Stroud to be decent enough to get you into a chance to win the game. Their defense is top notch. We already saw what they did to a few players, to a few top quarterbacks, really. So their defense is up there. As long as Stroud plays decent enough, Texans are 1, Bills are 2, and I'm sorry, Chelsea, Chargers are 3. But I will say I still think all those 3 teams have a good chance. As long as they get hot, they can, all of them can make a noise. Because I agree. I mean, Herbert's underrated. I think that yesterday he had a quote unquote bad game, but again, he's got to protect his hand too. But I do think the Texans defense puts them over the top just because that will keep the games close. And as long as, again, Stroud can do enough, I think they'll make a little bit more noise and they're scarier to play. But I don't think they'll win the Super Bowl, to be
I think
honest.
they have the run game though.
That's the thing. That's where it makes me iffy because Woody Morris has not been,
He's okay.
he's decent. Yeah. And in order to stay in the game too, and if you're up with that defense, you got to run the ball. And that's one big question mark, I think I'd say. Because who's their backup? Chubb, I think. Nick Chubb, if I'm not mistaken. Is that their backup?
Probably.
I mean, I
and then
think
some other guy.
Yeah, I mean, Chubb is technically, I think,
The starter?
isn't he the starter? But he's been kind of hurt, right? Or I don't know. They've been
that's
splitting time.
Woody's definitely more productive out of the 2.
Yeah. So that's a good point. I just think, again, their defense is going to keep them in. The running back position is, I think, their weakest point right now. But I'd be more afraid to place the Texans in the first round because their defense is just elite right now.
Yeah, they're all 3 are good teams, but I think they're flawed. I mean, like most of these teams, I don't think any of them at this point would beat the Rams or the Seahawks, but I'm overhyping those teams. I think they have good defenses and offenses. With the Chargers, the biggest worry I have about them is their offensive line. I mean, the Eagles were on Herbert all day, but he was able to move around and they'd run so hard he's stepping forward. So I give Herbert a lot of credit. That guy's got a lot of moxie, a lot of grit. The Bills with Josh Allen, I agree with what you said, Chelsea. He does have some games where he's not super productive, but him and James Cook, that's good. I agree. They don't have a receiver, and their defense hasn't been good. I mean, they're one of the worst rush defenses so you go into the playoffs, your defense is usually, when the Chiefs have been going well, their defense is one of the really don't get as much love, but their defense is really stout. The Bills don't have that. So every game feels like it's going to be a shootout. And then with the Texans, defense is awesome. The offense is like the opposite of the Bills. It's just you're hoping. I don't think their offense is as putrid as the Ravens. When the Ravens had Trent Dilfer and they won that Super Bowl, when they had Jamal Lewis running the ball and Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and Terrell Suggs on defense.
That was a great. I mean,
their offense didn't have to do anything.
Time to see the Ravens,
But my ranking, just because playoff wise, I got to go defense first. I think the Texans offense is good enough to stay in games. I'm going to go Texans. Sorry, Chelsea. I'm going to go Bills. And then I got to go Chargers because the offensive line is the if you can't protect Herbert, that's going to be the biggest thing. But with Hampton coming back and Vidal, that might be enough to, make the defenses play the team enough. And the Eagles are a good defense. So, that's maybe not a fair assessment last night, but I know we've been talking about the offensive line of the Chargers for a while now.
I'm going to remember this, by the way.
Everyone besides the homer put the Chargers last. Got
it. But they're up there. But they're in the conversation. So
yeah,
I'll take it.
For sure.